Buenos Dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it like a smack addict. And as you can tell by that thumbnail today, yes, indeedy, we're going to get all to it, right? Menudo style, direct fashion, sauce. Let's get to this shit, right? Let's talk about The Tax Collector. Orale, that movie, The Tax Collector. I remember when I first heard of it, it wasn't no big box office hit, homie Sasuke. I didn't even hear about it like that. Like, hey, you gotta go see, like what American Me was, you know what I mean? Like everybody was like, hey, you gotta go trip out on this, watch out, this fucking, this is the movie. It kind of flew under the radar to me, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention to what was going on around me like that. You know, my awareness wasn't up to par. Whatever the case may be, I wasn't tripping out on this movie, The Tax Collector, right? And I could sit here and give you my review of the movie, my opinion, and tell you what it was all about. But I got some inside information to the movie, you know? Something a little bit more inside than just the outside looking in, right? And I will tell you this, I thought it was a decent movie. You know, with every movie, man, you're not going to like every single part. I thought it was a little graphic. I thought, you know, some parts made me mad. Like, Sasuke, watch out, man. Fuck that. Why they doing Shia LaBeouf like that, right? Things of that nature. At the same time, man, it showed the grittiness, the griminess, the dangerous, you know, how it gets dangerous out there in them streets down there in East LA and LA, period, and just down south, you know, as well as up north. But, you know, it gets dangerous, especially when you're dealing with organizations. Now, the movie's based on La M, right? And it's based on the M, and basically tax collectors, just showing how vatos go out there and collect them taxes for the gente, for the carnals, for the righteous carnals that are down south doing their thing, wiggling. You know, I don't like to speak on their business too much. Whatever dealings they got going on is their business. You know, we're going to leave it as such. But at the same time, man, you know, I talked to a vato. Who's actually in the mix down there, and he told me, hey, you didn't know this gun, boop, 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 boop. And I vetted it, and of course it came to pass that this movie, Lightweight, was based on one Popeye. Popeye, the Dead End Harpies, right? A vato that was just hit, a vato that had a good standing. He was in good standings with the Emmett for a lot of years, you know? And I'm not here to disrespect the vato whatsoever, you know, putting some respect on his name. I will say that he was hit quite recently, and the intricacies of to why he was hit and what surrounded that man is none of my business, you know. Whatever happened, happened. The vato got hit, and it's just like that, you know. Things happen. Like I try to tell you, youngsters, anybody can get touched. Eventually, doesn't matter how high your standings were, how much respect you had on your name, how long you've been doing it for. Eventually, one little mishap, and Sasuke, off with his head. Ding dong, the head is gone, the head is gone. And that's it, man. They ain't fucking around. You know, these organizations are ruthless, heartless, and they have no room for any slippage. Meaning there's no room for you to do it menudo style. It ain't gonna happen. Sasuke, beep 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 boop. Bye. You know what I mean? You're done. Career over. Sasuke, go work at McDonald's. Sasuke, I heard Ronald's hiring. You know what I mean? You could be the fucking clown. Go handle it. You know what I mean? Big shoes y todo. Oh my. You know what I mean? They all float down there. Go over there. You know what I mean? Because I'll tell you this right now. Popeye Roman had a very long career. And was running shit. You know what I mean? Was running shit. He was the man for a long time. His name was ringing bells down south. And anybody that knows, knows. You know what I mean? And I'm not here, like I said, to disrespect the vato. I'm not here to smut him up. I'm not here for none of that. I'm here to put some respect on his name and to show you how he ties into this movie. This movie was lightly and loosely based on him. You know, a vato they as known as the tax collector. You know, not because he was out there collecting them, but because he had vatos doing it for him. Or so they say, at his direction. You know, and quietly as it's kept, I'm going to give you a little bit more insight. The vato, the one Soto who played the main character in this movie, is actually in real life Popeye Roman's grandson. Bet you didn't know that. Bang, bang. Yes, indeed. Yes, it is Popeye Roman's grandson who actually played the main character in this movie. That's how close the ties were in on this movie. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say the vato benefited from the movie and got paid off of it or anything like that. Charlie, man. You know, I never heard that. But what I will say is, yes, this is loosely and lightly based upon the life of one Popeye Roman from Dead End Harpies gang. And his grandson did play the main character. You know, coincidence. Shit works out like that sometimes. You know, he's a good fucking actor. Hey, I can't call it. I will tell you this, though. I thought the movie was decent. You know, I thought Conejo, the rapper Conejo, played an intricate part into that movie. I thought he did pretty good. That vato had me thinking it was un pinche diablo, pinche Conejo. That vato was in there like, give me the power, I beg of you. Orderly Chucky, right? He tripped me out, you know, when they got into all the black magic and whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, man, he did that to the T. The vato had me, he had me thinking, Sasuke, maybe he's into that shit. At the end of the day, it's like this. What that movie showed was out with the old, in with the new, but really you'll never be out with the head, right? And what I mean by this is the younger guy prevailed in this movie with the older vatos that were out there doing their thing, right? And reason being is that this younger blood, these young vatos are really with the business. You know, I sit here and hey, the youngsters this and the youngsters that, and I'm just talking about the clothing, bro. I'm not talking about the mentality as far as peeling your whole shit. I know vatos will take your whole head. That's obvious. Anyone could do that. Any era, anything, man. I'm not here to poison the minds of vatos and to thinking that these youngsters won't tear you up. These vatos will give you the business, right? But at the same time, I'm here to also tell you that don't sleep on these older vatos because they were with the business too. The programa. Indubitably, right? Now, at the same time, what you need to understand is this movie showed that. This movie touched on that. This movie showed you not only that taxes were being collected down south on the part of the Emmett, but also that vatos were really going out there in real life, making it happen, and the fear that this one group segment instills into these barrios. And I'm not saying every barrio is a sucker's child. Far from that. Barrios are out there wiggling and handle their business down south, right? But I'm just saying, these vatos hold supreme power, man, and they're about it, you know? Their historia, their history, bro, of what they've been through and how they established speaks for itself. You know, it don't need someone like me or you or anyone else to speak for it. It speaks for itself, you know? They've garnered the respect. They've garnered the tenacity, the acknowledgement, the fucking indubitableness. That's a new word, indubitableness, right? They've garnered all that, bro. Put it to a pot, stir it up, and man, you know what I mean? Well known, righteously, they got that coming. So whatever their business is out there on the guys, whatever they have them barrios kicking in or whatever, hey, so be it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, man, you're under the protection of the big carnales, and they're gonna do it as they see fit, and that's just what it is, man. Same thing goes on up north, just not to that. Veracity of, you know, not to that it's different. That's what I can say. I'm fumbling on my word, pensar menudo. It's different, but it happens. You know, all group factions are gonna get paid, bro. They're gonna get paid, and they provide protection in the Pintan. They provide, you know, something to look forward to. They provide the familia, basically. They provide the canalismo, the love, and in turn, so it's good. You provide the sopas, and that's what it is. When it's all said and done, cut and dry. And sometimes a little bit more sopas than last time. You know what I mean? So I want tres cajas, puto. You know, all right, shit. Pensa on la tira. But this movie will show you the ins and outs of that. You know, the tax collector. Now, like I said, it showed you the younger generation wanted to take over. You know, and that's what happens eventually. You know, in every barrio, in every hood, in every organization, there's always someone more thirsty than the next man, you know? They're waiting for you to slip. Any slipping, and so roll it up, puto, you're out of here, right? You're now deemed no good. You're now a dropout because we cut you, we kicked you out, so that makes you a dropout. I don't remember dropping out. Well, guess what? We dropped into your dorm, whacked you, and you're out. Dropped out. We put it together, so let's get ponle. There you go. You know what I mean? Package it up. Just take it with you out of the fucking building. And this is how it goes. You know, so showing you that they were doing their thing and showing you that this new blood was rising in. At the end, it tripped me out because it was the same old man that was running the whole show, put all this into effect, into play to see where his grandson or his son or whoever the fuck he was head was at, right? Which was a trip to me. That was a cold twist in the movie, you know, and I think that was my favorite part of the movie, to see that at the end, this old school vato, this treacherous individual was behind all this. He put his own son or grandson, whoever he was, through all this turmoil and all this pain just to see where his fucking head was at. You know what I mean? Just to push him out of the business. You know, he didn't really want him involved in that business. You know, and instead of just saying, hey, mijo, you know, I'm your dad. Yeah, I don't want you to do this anymore. No, he had to show him the harsh reality of what can happen when you're in the game. You know, and a lot of these youngsters, a lot of these vatos don't really, it's called see it to believe it. They don't know what's really going on until they see it. And when they're backed in that esquina, when they're in that corner and then they're seeing what's really fucking going on, they're like, I'm going to go get active and function over here. Yeah, they're out of there. They jump in that wheelchair because they already took those balas for the fucking hood. So they're already in a wheelchair if they didn't learn already then. And then they wheel their ass down the road. Jack, and don't come back. If you can't, you can't, right? And that's what it is. Now, I'm not here, man. My whole agenda is not to push youngsters away from gangbanging or youngsters away from their hood, right? You know, let's talk poison. I think poison is not, hey, don't listen to the gun, man. He's just spitting poison to you. He's just getting in your minds, man. He's supposed to be lacing you up. He's an OG. He's not supposed to be fucking tearing you down. I'm not tearing anyone down. I'm building you up as a Chicano. And it shouldn't even take someone like me to build you up. You should build yourself up, right? As a Chicano. Be proud. Be proud of your gente, proud of your heritage, proud of your people, right? I'm not here to talk bad about gangs. I was a gang member for 20 plus years with the business. Did many things, Holmes. Did things I'm not proud of. You know, caught murders on behalf of the gang. You know what I mean? Did stabbings on behalf of the gang. Did removals on behalf of the gang. You know? And at the end, became a degenerate, I guess, on behalf of that gang. Right? Because my pride would get in the way of being a real man. See, my pride and wanting to be this and wanting to be that. And no, I can't be that one of those. No, not me. No, not me. Not for real. No, I ain't going out like that. My pride was too big. It was instilled in me. It was indoctrinated within me, you know, to go out there and be this hardcore gang member and to make everyone's life miserable around me, including my own familia, which was number one and can remain so. But no, my stubbornness, my hard-headedness, my love for the norte, my love for the gang and for the people and for the activities and for the, you know, fuck these vatos. That was more than my own love for my jefita, if you can believe that, right? And I chose to just go out there and go against the grain as far as what my familia was telling me, what I knew was the right thing. Nah, Sasuke, hey, go right. It's over there. It's nothing but love. Nah, fuck that. I'm going left. Pintaban. And that's where I ended up. Pintaban. I was pintaban. I ended up in the fucking pinta. Time and time again, without any homeboys riding me, without any homeboys shooting me fucking a feria for sopas. Hyena out there, wigglization was fucking very real. And that's just that my story is your story, your story is my story. It's going to be everybody's story. You know, it happens time and time again. Every once in a while you have a homeboy right, hey, look, I sent you $10. You know what I mean? Hey, because I felt like it for no other reason. You know what I mean? Hey, I know you could use $10, right? Mira, it's your hyena right here. Oh, you know what I mean? Either way, you're losing. You know, one way or the other. But like I said, I'm not here to poison people. I'm not here to turn you away from your hood. If you want to be from your hood, man, have love for your hood. Have respect for your gente. Have respect for your people. But at the same time, man, worry about your familia. Think about your life. I mean, where are you going to be 10 years from now? Are you still going to be active in your function? You know what I mean? Or are you going to be one of the homeboys right there doing nada? You know, or are you going to be fucking doing something for your familia? Building that bank account. You know, I'm sending your kids to college. Doing what you got to do, homie. Taking pictures on Instagram with your kids it ain't nothing. Anyone could do that. I'm just saying, though, you know, there's going to be a lot of gente that come in. You're a hypocrite, Gunner. You know what I mean? Where's your kids at? In fucking bed, where she belongs. Because school's coming up. You know what I mean? I know where mines are at. Do you know where yours are at? Dispensa. But let's get back to this tax collector, man. I kind of ventured off of it. I thought it was a good movie. My lightweight review, yes, it was good. Wasn't great. But I got the message. You know, the message is don't fuck around, homes. When you get involved in shit like this, you can get fucking, you're nailed. Your hands nailed to the wall. Órale, Jesus, right? Shit gets ugly. Especially down south. When you're dealing with these big organizations, man, they're ruthless and they have no problems with getting rid of you, bro. That's an everyday. So the air was good. The killing was better. You know what I mean? It's all the same thing. So scared. Are we gonna get a carne asada now? That's it. You know what I mean? Move on to the next. And I thought, you know, it just showed the realization of the wiggling down south. You know, a lot of things happen up north too, man. I could tell you stories. You know, I could tell you stories where I was put in predicaments to go collect or to go get out of water this way, or we're gonna fucking do that. You know, when you're within a regiment, you know, you kick in too, and there's just a lot of things, a lot of intricacies that go into it. I'm not gonna put the whole fucking game out there. I'm just saying, and those that know, and if you don't, just go Google it. It's out there. You know, someone else did it for me already. But I just tripped out when I talked to this vato who was somebody within the organization down south, you know, at one point in time for many, many years. And he told me, hey, did you know Papay Roman? It's like loosely based on him. I said, kind of heard that, bro. And he said, yeah, you know. And then he said at the same time, he said, did you know the vato who played? I think his name is Bobby Soto. I could be wrong. I know his last name Soto. That's actually the grandson, the real life grandson of Papay Roman. I said, well, that's a trip. That's a trip. That's different. You know, so scared. Hey. Now I'm starting to follow the drip. I'm starting to see the clues, blues clues, eh? You know what I mean? Que no? But I just wanted to bring that to your guys' attention. You know, I wanted to throw that out there about the tax collector. Good movie. This is not a review. I'm not reviewing it. I'm saying, hey, it was fucking good. The gun watched it. Go trip out on it. If you haven't seen it, it's worth the watch. You know, there's a lot of other movies. You know what I mean? I'd rather watch fucking Wizard of Oz, and in that fashion. Pero at the same time, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Follow the yellow brick road to the store and go get it. Or spend time in the 90s. There is no more Blockbuster video or Hollywood video. You got to get it now on demand. So let's get it. Netflix and chill. You know what I mean? How the Heine say it now there? I just want to Netflix and fuck. Damn, Spencer. They just got straight to it, huh? They want to eat chicken and fuck, they said. Now look. I got a lot of things coming up. A lot of new spills. And I'm thinking, gente, that we're going to change the direction in this channel. Not totally. We're still going to stick to the regular spills. We're still going to do our thing. But I want to incorporate once a week murder mysteries with the gun. Right? If you guys like that, get back to me, man. Tap in with me. Let me know. This is just what I'm thinking, you know. At the end of the day, my channel is about pushing positivity and the harsh reality of prison and gangs, how they impact our cultura, how they impact our people, how they impact our raza. It's all about raza unity. Do I think I'm the man to take us to the promised land? Charlie, man, but I'm just a piece of the puzzle. I'm just one voice out there in the wilderness, man, you know, trying to be heard. You know, if I could help just a couple gente, if I could help a norteño and a sureño say, you know what, fuck it, Holmes, la primera, it's all good. Hey, man, I'm good. You know what I mean? If I can make a little feria doing it, well, then guess who the winner is? You know what I mean? And if I don't, then I don't. So I've lost more than I've gained. I'll tell you that much. At the end of the day, none of that shit matters. The only thing that matters to me is the prosperity of the people. You know what I mean? The togetherness, the strive for the promised land. The promised land is all the raza becoming united, man, and getting our fucking equality, becoming our social status of equality. You know, for all our gente, getting our righteous due. Vato. You know, I just want to be around to see a Mexican president, a Chicano president. I see that. So I can go, Holmes. You know what I mean? I done seen it all. You know, one day we shall prevail and shine, and that's it. Period. Anyways, if you guys are interested in that, murder mysteries with the guns, man, I know a lot of them. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna touch on anything that's gonna put anyone. You know what I mean? I'm not telling on fucking no one. I'm not putting anything that isn't already out there. But I know a few, man, that'll trip you out because they trip me out. You know, and we can do that. Anyways, at the end of the day. Bang, bang. I'm going to remain the gun. I'm here for the people, by the people. It's what we do. If you haven't tripped out on the tax collector, trip out on it. It's a good movie. And like I said, there's a lot of little clues in there if you watch, and you can see how it really is down south and how they wiggle, you know. With that being said, you already know what time it is. I hope that you move fast with a purpose. That's called hustling. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you this week. The gun's going to remain here. I'm going to remain 10 toes down. Fuck everyone that ain't fucking with me. You know what I mean? I still fuck with you, Humps, even though you won't fuck with me. That's funny. You know what I mean? Bang, bang. The gun. Read between the lines.